Hello and welcome to our first episode of Game K The Gathering. It's a mini one where we just talk about stuff about like modern day geek stuff happening and all that good stuff. That's a good intro, right? This is our first one. That
was
solid. All right, well.
Enough.
It's not like we haven't practiced.
Nah, never. Actually, I didn't practice it. That's why it sounded so rough. Well, anyway, I'm Julian Bremer. I forgot to introduce people. I'm a really bad host. We also got Josh Riker.
I'm Josh Riker.
We're on the Game Cave.
This
channel.
Cave.
And you always hear us mention this person, Kevin. Well, here he is. Kevin!
Hey! How's everybody doing? I'm Kevin. You hear a lot of this?
Clink to that.
That's my go-to speaking move on the Game Cave, but
Well, that's good.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And
He's
you know
real.
what? He is real.
We finally busted that myth.
Yeah, that he was not actually a person.
That was what, 3 seasons?
3 seasons. 3
People
seasons
have
of
been
games.
asking for it.
Here
it is.
Well, you know what? The best topic to discuss today with this special occasion is the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh,
Woo!
yeah. I'm actually stoked for this.
Yeah, so, you know what?
Seen it.
He hasn't seen it.
I'm excited. I do really want to see it, though.
Yeah, so, well, we want to do a mini, discussion review. So, Kevin, what did you think of the film? And discuss your prior knowledge with the series and why you went to see it.
Spoiler
Oh, this is a
warning.
heavily... Yes, we're going to spoil this movie. We're going to kind of talk brief at the beginning,
Yeah.
but then when
If
we get...
It's overview first,
Yeah.
and then I think down the line
And then
we'll
I'll
go to
say
specifics.
a major spoiler content
So
on
if you
this.
want to skip spoilers, skip to the 45-minute mark on the...
Yep, because we're going to talk a lot.
The episode's
I
gonna
honestly...
be like 15, 20
I
minutes.
could
That
talk
was-
a lot
You
about this
could.
movie.
We're not-
So, Kevin, what did you think of this movie?
So at first, my basic knowledge of Sonic is I played Sonic when I was a kid on the Genesis.
Yeah.
Yep.
I played it on the Dreamcast a lot. I watched the cartoon show when I was a kid.
Do you remember which one?
It was the one where the Sonic says at the end.
Yes, okay. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. So that one, and I was a kid, but that was basically it. And even then, it wasn't much of a. I know the actual story of Sonic.
Yeah, you're familiar with the character.
Yeah.
You've seen his design.
I know the side characters. I know Knuckles. I know Tails. I know Pink Sonic.
Close.
Is it Amy?
Yeah, Amy, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Amy, you
Amy.
got
But
it. You're fine.
She goes by Pink Sonic.
Yeah, it's
She
Pink
goes
Sonic.
That's-
Harley Quinn Sonic.
Yeah,
She's
Harley
got the
Quinn
mouth.
Sonic, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
that's
she is
mostly
Harley
it.
Quinn.
And she's obsessed with her man, who
I
don't
did
give a
not
shit about
Put
her.
that in there. That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
for me, that's what I knew mostly going into it. And honestly, I think I did a really decent sized paragraph post on the Geeks and the Nerd Facebook page.
I saw.
And if you're not on there, you should jump on there as soon as possible. But I posted on there that this isn't a adult movie for nostalgic reasons.
Yeah.
There was, of course, nostalgia. You're seeing Sonic. I grew up with it. You hear the little jokes like, oh, I want to go fast and stuff like that. But it's a kid's movie, nonetheless. And I felt that sitting in a theater at 7:30 at night with a bunch of parents with their kids who are a mixed age range and mixed knowledge of Sonic, it hit perfect because you could hear the parents laugh at the right moment, you hear the kids laugh at the right moment.
Yeah.
And hearing kids yell at the screen when Robotnik was coming out and actually interacting with the movie.
Love that.
That's what
it
got
was
me.
cool.
It gave me
Yeah,
chills.
it was
It
cool.
made me enjoy it that much more.
The melodrama of it all.
Yeah. It was really cool. Because I agree. As someone who was a fan of Sonic and grew up with it my entire life, it was really cool
runs
seeing
in
it.
your blood.
Blue runs in my blood.
It
And
runs fast.
yeah, like the blue lightning from the movie. That's just a thing. It's a thing. Sonic has a blue lightning. Not really in the
Not a lightning. It's
Yeah.
more just
yeah, it's
super
like energy.
spin. Yeah.
Energy. Yeah. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I agree. It's very much like a kids movie. So I went in that with that expectation of not getting this cinematic masterpiece, which I know it was never going to be because that's silly. It's a movie about a running hedgehog against a mustachioed man. But I enjoyed it a lot.
Sounds like art to me.
It does sound like it was art because honestly the visuals were pretty good. Like the
Thank
CG was
God.
great. I know. That first
the
design.
first scare.
It was scary, nightmarish. No, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was very much a kids movie, but I enjoyed it, and the humor was good. There's some really solid jokes. I
Yeah,
laughed.
actually,
I actually laughed a lot.
I was gonna say it's actually pretty decent writing. Of course, you're gonna have those cheesy jokes thrown
Yeah.
in there, but it wasn't like cheese after cheese after
Yeah.
cheese. You're like, man, come on, just get to the point.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question.
Oh yeah.
How was Ben Schwartz?
Great.
Oh,
he
dude,
was great.
Yeah.
Even
He
when
was great.
there's a little thing in there where he actually is able to play around with his voice and not just be Sonic the whole time. He was able to throw his voice around.
I mean, yeah, he played with it. He
Because Ben
didn't.
Schwartz is a great.
He really didn't sound like
he's-
he sounded like Ben Schwartz, obviously, but like
Yeah.
he tweaked it, which was great.
You
At
didn't
one point,
listen.
I stopped hearing Jean Ralphio,
Yeah,
and I
you
started
just heard
hearing
Sonic.
Sonic.
You just heard
That's
Sonic,
exactly
which
what I
was
was
good.
going to
Yeah.
ask if John Ralphio
Yeah.
goes away.
Like at first, I'm like, "Oh, that's Jean Ralphio."
Yeah.
Jean Ralphio. And then it wasn't until afterwards you're like, "Oh, crap! I forgot that is Ben Schwartz." Like that's good stuff.
But even so, John Ralphio is such a great character. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
I'm so happy like a guy who's that memorable in a show got to be Sonic, and now it's like now that's his thing, and now he's going on Twitter and being really cool about, to like all the fans.
He's so
He's such
excited
a
about it.
yeah. He's on like he's always on Game Grumps. He's such a nice dude.
Yeah.
Who was? And I think you might have the name of it because I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah,
but,
I have the whole thing. Yeah.
The Agent
Stone.
Agent Stone.
Jim
Lee,
Carrey.
oh man, it's
No?
Lee Majdub.
Majdoub.
Majdub. Yeah,
Something like that.
he was great.
I love
He was
the perfect straight man for Jim Carrey's
Yeah.
like out there persona.
Yeah.
He was
I
on it, and I
agree.
felt like he never once cracked. He never once kind of let on that he was gonna laugh. It was very straight, stonewall face, and that sold it to me even
Yeah.
more. Like all the interactions that they had with him, and even as a minor character, he probably had maybe 40 lines, 50 lines at most
Yeah.
in the whole movie. But he stood out to me as one of those actors. Like, if you could play off of Jim Carrey and be the straight man without looking stupid, you did a
he's
good job.
Yeah, and he was really good.
That was the guy that was. This is his first movie.
This is like
Yeah.
one of his first feature films.
He's the one that in the commercials is like the doctor says you're basic.
Yeah, it's that guy. Yeah,
He did a
The
great,
cop, he's like,
phenomenal
I thought
job.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter, and he's really nice. He's
Oh.
really cool. He's really appreciative of like the Sonic fandom, and everybody's being real nice. So, what did you think of the plot? Like,
There were some issues with the plot, but then again,
Yeah.
I remember I'm also trying to put this movie up against like Detective Pikachu, who like they already have a world built there.
Yeah.
Something there's a universe out there, especially with all the games and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And Detective Pikachu has already a universe built for itself.
yeah,
I'm also putting it up there against like Toy Story and The Incredibles
Yeah.
that like are known for their story-driven
Yeah.
content for kids. But this, where it's just like it's so out there that you have to invest in yourself into that movie to believe that this is all happening.
They even make a reference to that. You know, like they have that. Like the opening starts with the end, where it's like Sonic, when he's like, they do the freeze frame, and it's the, I wonder how I got here. Well, let me tell you. So I was like, ugh, okay.
Yeah.
Like there's like it has that like it has that moment, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
It works because in the end they go, so blue fast thing is being chased by a mustachioed machine man. We all caught up. Cool. You guys, this makes sense. Like, does this make
cool.
sense?
Yeah.
They kind of make fun of it. They go like, this is ridiculous.
Cool.
But are you in?
I like
cool.
that. That sounds
It
right.
was a cool thing. I'm glad they did that.
I like the morality within that whole movie too. That's something I liked about the writing. That it's no longer just here's a beginning, middle, and an end. It drives home that '90s style of every TV show, every movie would have a moral theme that goes throughout it.
Yeah, like
And this
friendship.
was- yeah.
This one. It's
This
I
was like
just want a
friendship,
friend.
and also bravery, like willing to put
That's
yourself in
true.
harm's way
Sonic
for
would
someone
always,
that you don't
he
know.
was, yeah, well,
It's-
because this is his origin story as a hero. Because he's just like living on the outside world, and then he finally intervenes and he becomes a hero, and he's being brave, like you were saying.
The other thing too, I noticed that it's like there's a lot of anti-bullying thrown in there.
Good.
Yeah, there was a lot of good messages within it, which is good for a kids film.
Adam Pally,
Adam Pally, the
he did an amazing job.
playing the dumb guy.
But he didn't play dumb like oh dude.
I will say,
dumb.
like the first scene, he did, and
Yeah.
like the first scene, I went like, "Oh, don't be this dumb. Like, don't be like, you can't be that dumb."
I
But then
think one of the
they
things just-
they course corrected, and then
Yeah.
he became the lovable, just like, oh no, he's just
Is
He's
this the
just
guy
simple.
that's with Sonic the whole time?
no,
no.
that's James Marsden's character. Tom was
That's Cyclops.
Wachowski. That's Cyclops.
Oh,
yeah, that is
shit.
Cyclops. But no,
I'm not used to seeing his eyes.
yeah, that's what it is. He did good too, and I want to bring up all the human characters because that's usually what they say about this movie. That's the downtime is like, why do we need these human characters? I thought they worked well, like with James Marsden and Tika Sumpter as Maddie Wachowski. Their dynamic was great. Their like marriage thing was cool. Like I liked.
I
it.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then her
Her sister.
Rachel,
I loved her.
And what was her name?
That's,
Natasha Rothwell. She was
You'll
funny.
know her from the GIF that says growth.
Yes.
What's that called?
Yeah.
Growth.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
the
That's
one.
her.
That's
Oh my
her.
God.
She's from Insecure.
Well, good for her.
She's
Yeah.
amazing.
She was
there.
great, and
Go
she-
check that out as well. If you're a little kid, please don't because that's not
Not for you.
That's not for you.
Not yet. But no, I want to give the human characters their due because they did a great job. I thought
Also, some of these jokes, I'm not gonna lie, they were cheesy even for adults, but they hit.
they hit hard.
They hit
I
hard.
think they hit hard with certain like when
The one I'm thinking about.
Which one are you thinking of?
Like they set up the joke at the very beginning of the episode, or not the episode, the very beginning of the movie. and then they killed it literally within the last 2 minutes of the film, and the punchline hits you there, and you're like, I should have seen this coming.
Oh wait, which one?
When the general comes up and gives him the gift, he's like, "Oh, this is a thing
and yeah,
from
and
a
then
grateful nation."
and then they open. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not gonna. We're not gonna spoil that one because that one I feel like you have to be there for
that
it.
Was funny.
But
and
it's
then,
freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Here's a question I thought the first trailer I saw. Did we get a shot of Sonic taking off his shoes?
You don't see his feet.
Wiggling his toes
You don't.
like a Tarantino.
You don't see that. You don't see his feet.
You see the bottom.
You
of
see
his feet.
when they take his because he's wearing like shitty shoes when he first arrives at Earth because
Yeah.
he does. And him getting his new shoes was so.
Well, we
That
didn't
was
get a
awesome.
shot of Sonic wiggling his fucking
No,
toes.
you don't get a toe shot.
See, the first depiction of Sonic, I was like, for sure we're getting that.
Oh no, because then you would have the fur community.
I was nervous because I was fully ready for it.
Oh yeah.
Because especially they have moments where he's in his like den. I'm like, here it is, here it's coming, and it never came.
Well, for me, it was like okay. I saw the trailer. I saw the original one. I saw the new one afterwards with the revamped CGI.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think we had talked about it when it first came out. The first one, I'm like, okay, yes, it's terrifying. It's things of nightmares, but I'm still gonna go watch it.
And
Julian and I made a pact when we first saw it that version we were gonna get completely drunk and go and see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But
And
then
honestly,
they redid it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm happy they did it. Well, like I would have gone and seen it anyway, and I probably still would have liked it.
Yeah.
I would have gotten past it. It would have been fine. But I'm happy they did change it because it's clearly better. And it looks. Yeah, he did. He looked like. They looked like he really did look like an alien in the old one.
But okay, so
And
this
it makes
is
sense because they say he's an alien the entire time,
Yeah.
and it's just an other dimension. That's
And I was thinking,
always
that's what I was thinking what the rings were going to be. Even before they talked about it in the movie, like I thought that's what the rings were like. Oh, once he goes to his world, he's going to look like cartoonish.
Yeah, no,
And like
it's
each
just
one they
that's how
jump
it is.
to.
It's just from that world. And that opening sequence was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Building on the Sonic lore and going like, oh shit, those are echidnas.
You already
Like-
know exactly what stage that is too
Yeah.
when you see it. You see the run, I'm like, oh,
And then you can
Green
see,
Hill
yeah,
Zone?
yeah. And they can also see them building like their lore of like, oh, here's the sequel. We get now the echidnas they're there. You saw them. They're trying to kill Sonic. Knuckles is clearly gonna show up.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking.
It's
cool.
really cool. Like
the thing is, it was like that caught me off guard because I was like right after, I'm like, oh crap, that was a lot. So, quick question then.
yes.
I'm sure we've all done it before, but have you searched your name, the Hedgehog?
A
Yes.
long time ago.
Yes. I did.
Mine is actually pretty dope.
I don't
I'm a green one.
I know.
But if you look at my original one,
Oh, I know.
I was super emo, flipping off, and I love it.
You were hardcore. Kevin.
Now I'm very
Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, because you grew
hard
up.
eyes
You
and
grew up, you know.
Yeah.
You stop being like fuck society and be like, oh, I love you.
There's
That's not all.
I have so many different.
There's so many different ones. Pick
Josh,
you got to pick
There's
your
one
favorite,
where he's
man.
edgy and he's got like really
That's
long.
That's
usually what
you.
it is. That's
Spiky
usually what it
hair.
is. It's usually
you.
edge. Get the edge one.
But then there's one where he looks like Knuckles, but he's a hedgehog.
I
He's
don't-
red and then there's a Doctor Strange Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah, man.
fuck
There's
is
a
this?
lot.
Why is there one in a diaper?
Well, anyway, but like final thoughts, I guess, on the film was I really enjoyed it. Jim Carrey was a standout for me. I thought he really did bring Robotnik to life, and when he was in his Eggmobile,
that was a good
that
scene.
like my favorite scene was when you know how when
Yeah.
the like X-Men series, whenever they go fast, like time stops and they get to run around and stuff. They do that a couple times in this film. And Sonic's doing it again. So like as an audience member, you're like, okay, he's overpowered, he's cocky, this is it. And Eggman's slowly like putting his finger towards the button, and you can see it slowly moving. And then when he finally pushes it, and the machine turns on, and like Sonic's walking, and all of a sudden it starts moving, and he's like, oh shit, he's keeping up with me.
Yeah.
That's like in
I literally muttered under my breath, went, oh shit.
like in Justice League.
Yeah, when
Flash is running and
Superman
Superman slowly turning his head.
and you go, oh.
That was the only good moment.
Yeah.
Justice League.
Oh,
For me, what I liked about that scene too, where he was able to kind of keep up with Sonic, was the sense of fear that it kind of instilled inside the theater. Because, like I told you, there was audible gasps and a lot of things. That was it. The other one I want to put out real quick before we start cutting off, I would go into was, if you noticed it, the little spoiler for me is the foot tap.
Oh yeah, his little foot
tap.
His little foot weight.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, because I remember I would pause my game to go get something from the kitchen. I'd come back and I'd see Sonic.
And he's just impatient watching you like, are you fucking working on
Are we gonna play? Are we gonna keep
go?
going?
Yeah. The references
That's so
were,
cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
no,
Honestly,
that's
the
good.
references were great. Only downside to the whole movie was the composition. I thought the sound was okay.
Out of-
The soundtrack.
They
It
didn't
was,
use a lot of. Like,
they didn't use any sounds, or like they used 2 songs, one at the beginning and like one at the end. But like It was
for like opening and then the credits kind
No,
of.
no, it wasn't the credits. It was like after the climax. It was like it was a nice.
Like the winding down.
It was nice. It was nice, and I was like, I want more of it. And
Yeah,
it's just.
I mean, they're good songs.
Yeah, no, Sonic's known for their soundtrack.
But out of 5 rings,
out of 5 rings, I'm gonna give it a solid 4 rings. I'll give it 4 rings.
As an outsider looking in, I'm giving it a 4.5.
All right, that's good. And then Josh will update
I'm
his
giving
opinion.
it a.
Well, do you want? Okay, does this change your perspective? Because before the movie, like before the thing,
I wanted to see it regardless
Yeah.
because, like, again, Sonic's something I also grew up with. Not a whole lot. Like, Sonic Adventure 2 was my shit.
hell yeah.
And I wanted to see it because I wanted to see a good video game movie.
Yeah.
Like, the best piece of video game cinema or anything like that I've been seeing is the Castlevania TV show.
And
That's good stuff.
amazing.
It's fucking
really
great.
good. It's really good.
So I was hoping, I want Sonic to succeed.
Yeah.
As a big video game person, you want good shit like
Yeah.
this.
And I think they did it. I think it's clearly it needs work, obviously.
fiance believes
but
it.
this is the first one.
My fiance didn't want to watch it. She was actually fighting me going into the movie theater, and she actually came out and was like, okay, that wasn't bad. That's a lot better than I expected. So
That's all I asked for Sonic was as long as people went out like that wasn't as bad as I thought. Then I'm happy. But that was our first gathering, everyone. This was fun. We're gonna do this more often.
Gather
we are.
at
We're
the
gonna
cave
gather
again.
we'll gather at the game cave again. But thank you everybody for listening. If you want to know more about us, keep watching our videos of us playing video games.
And follow
our podcast, The Conversation with a Geek and a Nerd, where we talk about nerd and geek stuff.
yeah.
Which is fun. Alright everyone, thank
Bye,
you so
everybody.
much.
Bye.
Bye.